Wattener will be joining the first session of the semi between Stephen Hendry and Jimmy White. Stephen Hendry has won the UK Championship for the last 2 years, and the world number one has been in good form over the last few weeks, winning the Rothmans Grand Prix this season. He reached the semi-finals here, beating Tony Drago of Malta in the quarter-finals, although by his own admission he hasn't yet hit top form. He may need it today against Jimmy White. The world number 3 had his best UK tournament in 1987 when he lost to Steve Davis in the final. This year he beat Neil Foulds in the quarter-finals. It's the best of 17 frames. We join the match at the start, and your commentators are Eddie Charlton and Ted Lowe.
Stephen Hendry to break.
Well, this is a match the fans want both of these stars to win. First point down to the ever-popular Jimmy White. His 4th time into the semi-final of the UK Championship. He made the final in 1987, only to be pipped on the post by Steve Davis.
Six. Seven. Fourteen. Fifteen.
This is a good start by Jimmy.
22. $23. $30. 41.
Stephen Hendry is fighting his way to the final. He's been there for the last 3 years. Won the title the past 2 years.
38. 49.
Very noticeable that Jimmy's taking his time with this break, spending more time now concentrating on that cue ball and where it's going. Quite as fast as he used to, but he's certainly very deadly. Wonderful potter. So early in the match, he's striking them beautifully.
45. 46.
Now, can he get into the pack when taking this black?
$46. Jimmy White.
Missed the black trying to spread them, and he's lucky in as much as that he hasn't left a red, having missed the black.
The cue ball there was curling around behind the green, just stopped in time to allow Stephen to get at the outside of the pack. Great one there.
Five.
Yes, he's got one in line for this top left-hand pocket.
Six.
And now, Eddie, things should be plain sailing for Jimmy in this first frame.
Yes, by the time he clears these reds, he'll be well and truly on the way to winning the opening frame. A good position once again. Hitting the balls with perfect strength.
$17.
Just needs a red now. Our semi-finals are, as all previous matches, the best of 17 frames. So it's the first one to 9 who finds himself in the final.
18.
64 points ahead now, the blue to come, and only 59 points left on the table. Somehow, I think that'll be reduced very
23.
shortly.
$24.
Stephen has had a little chance to get at the table in this first frame.
$24. Jimmy White.
Jimmy White then satisfied. 70 points to 0, and the first frame on the scoreboard.
So, first blood to White, and we join it in the second. Stephen Hendry at the table and trailing 16-0.
Stephen had safety more in mind than the pot there. Certainly wasn't an easy red to pot, that one, but he's come out of it nicely.
Jimmy's caught that far too thin. Cue ball coming way back up the table. It appears one red is covering the other when we go back to the table there. It's top left-hand pocket, so nothing more Stephen can do but play safe. Shot to nothing.
1.
Yes, that was a good pot. He's deep screw off the green will get him back to the red. A lot of power needed here. In fact, he gave it a little too much power on the red, but not as nicely as he intended to be. Taking another red in preference.
He's hampered, of course, with the cue ball right underneath that cushion. Means that he can only just strike the top of the cue ball. Difficult to control it.
For Stephen Hendry.
Another chance for Jimmy now. Take the cue ball around the black and beyond the black for sure, but if he gives it more power, he'll... Well, he took a risk there in spreading the reds. May not be on the black now.
Yellow.
Nominated the yellow. And that one applauded by Stephen Hendry.
Foul. 4, Jimmy White.
Stephen is renowned for his long parts, but I've noticed that he's missed quite a few in the last couple of days. This time it's going to cost him dearly, I feel.
1. Five. 6.
There isn't a red on the table safe. Blue, pink and black are all available. But Jimmy needs to go with care till he thins the reds out, making them more open and accessible to get to.
11.
I admire the way Jimmy's just slowed down that fraction in his play, which should prevent him
12.
making careless mistakes.
He's also striking the ball very cleanly, Eddie, isn't he, here?
Yes, Jimmy mentioned to me the other day, Ted, that he's
17.
now spending more time looking at his Q-tip onto the wide ball.
$18.
Most important thing in the game, of course, is where a player is striking the wide ball with the tip of his cue.
Well, he's just a little straight on the blue, as you can see, so going for and striking the center of that cue ball.
$24.
Now a red into the center, holding the cue ball where the red is, and he's right on the black.
25.
Now the black goes down onto the yellow spot,
32.
the only available spot.
$33. $39. 40.
So the pink makes it safe.
46.
Stephen Hendry again wanting snookers.
$46. Jimmy White.
So just to confirm, a good start for Jimmy White, now 2-0 up. We'll be back for the continuation of that semi-final after the news. When we left it, White had taken the lead, 2-0 up. As we join it, it's the start of frame 3.
An opportunity for Stephen.
One.
It was a dead straight pot. Stephen couldn't position the cue ball any better than he has, and although it's awkward, it's a ball that he pots with a lot of confidence.
Eight.
Making the decision between going forward for the black or back for the blue.
9. Sixteen. Seventeen. $22.
Well, he's obviously looking at that plant.
Clever shot to take the cue ball onto the cluster and drawing back for the black. It's a little unfortunate to be so close to the side cushion. Attempt to pot the black rather than try and force it in gaining position. And that's a nice opening break from Stephen, as long as he stays out of that pocket.
Oh, I see.
Stephen Hendry.
That's what you call being a good judge of pace, Ted.
Yes, indeed. Right on the lip of the pocket there. Caught that one a little bit too thick, I think. It's not going to reach the bolt cushion as he intended.
Oh, and Jimmy can be quite deadly on this type shot. Yes, and the position is going to be good. Certainly could have finished better than they have.
Ball.
Being left-handed, Jimmy can cue between the reds and play the red to the corner. He just wants a nice cannon onto the black.
9.
Has he centred too far? Yes, it would be an extremely fine cut to get the black back into the corner. I don't think he'll attempt that shot. He's looking at it. He'd have to take the cue ball in and out of baulk to get back to the reds, which means that should he miss this, he'd leave them. But he's taking it on. It's a good one.
$16. $17. $22. 23.
And Jimmy all set here.
$30. 31.
Creating a nice angle of cue ball onto black all the time. Taking the cue ball from the black to the top cushion in regaining position. Far better strategy than getting the black ball a straight pot.
38. $39.
Stephen, of course, knows he made a bad shot on his safety and allowed Jimmy these points.
The middle red in the cluster is on. Taking the cue ball back for the blue here.
47.
Just caught the other red, which stopped the white ball's progress. Jimmy would have preferred to take the blue to the centre pocket, I'm sure, but he's in reasonably nice position to take it to the far corner if he wanted to. Another good shot. Just
52.
running that fraction too far.
Touching ball.
And those two balls are touching, so Jimmy can play away. That's what they call the rub of the green. Mustn't move the red, of course, that he's touching.
52. Jimmy White.
Yes, he's played it with perfect strength. Stephen snookered on all four reds.
Is this true enough?
5, 4. Jimmy White.
Things not going Stephen's way so far in this match.
One. Eight. 9.
Once again, then, just the red required.
16.
And for the third consecutive frame, the world #1 snooker star is in trouble. Stephen Hendry again wants snookers. Meditating.
$23.
Yes, it's the age-old story, Ted, of one player taking his chances and the other player isn't. Jimmy's hardly missed a ball in 3 frames.
28.
No, I must say, Eddie looks very solid indeed. Playing some
Okay.
beautiful snooker.
Yes, and he'll need to keep it up because Stephen will come.
Foul.
Yes, he hit the pink first there.
30. Jimmy White. 6. Stephen Hendry. Frame conceded.
It doesn't
Jimmy
matter.
White.
The frame is conceded, and Jimmy White goes 3 frames to nil ahead.
Frame. Jimmy White to break.
So, Londoner Jimmy White breaks off for the 4th frame. And Stephen Hendry knows he's got to start potting balls.
Played the safety there. He knew it was going to be difficult to get onto the black, and had he missed the pot, he was going to leave them again, so till he gets an easier opportunity, I'm sure he's played the right shot. This red's going to go very close, but that is all. It's the type of pot that Stephen has to hit this red on the very extreme edge. They caught it too thick. Certainly wasn't easy as it may have looked.
No, Stephen's finding the run of the balls against him, really, at the moment. But Jimmy's making no mistake whatsoever.
1.
Here he goes again.
8.
May have to go back for the blue now. I don't think he can get through for the black.
9.
Yes. Good position to the corner pocket. Allows him to draw the white ball back. Gave it a little too much. Run out of position.
14. Touching ball.
I think, Eddie, that's the first faux pas he's made in this match.
$14. Jimmy White.
Certainly keeping the pressure on Stephen with shots like that.
He was very fortunate there to finish up touching that red.
Once again, that red has just finished close enough to the side cushion to make this an awkward pot for Stephen. He's got to hit it 100% with accuracy to make it into the corner. His jaws are very touchy on these championship tables.
One.
A little further away from the black with the white ball, this shot would have been much easier than it is, but it's the type of pot that Jimmy's so good at. I would expect him to make the black here.
Eight.
Demonstrates the confidence that Jimmy is playing with. Playing it at that strength, he had to leave it right in the jaws had he missed it. Playing with extreme confidence.
14. $15.
Not quite hard enough.
Brown.
Coming round for this one loose red. It's strong.
19.
But again, Ted, it shows Jimmy's confidence in taking the brown on from that position. He's really attacking.
$19. Jimmy point.
A chance for Stephen.
One. Six. Seven.
Stephen has a nice angle now to open the reds. Just checking that the one closest to the pink isn't on for the same corner. This shot will tell us the story. Yes, he thinks it's on. Certainly in prime position to
14.
make the pot.
$15.
No, they've just not gone right for him.
22.
Again, that cue ball's underneath the cushion.
Twenty-three.
Now it's looking much better. Little shake of the head though there from Stephen, something he's not happy about. The red in the middle of the cluster is on for the right corner, but I think gaining position may have him concerned. Could lay on the other red for the pink. Turning the pink into a potable position. Can he get back to the reds? That's a very good shot.
35.
In a recent tournament, Jimmy White won all 9 frames against Stephen in their first session. He doesn't want that to happen again.
$43. 44. 50.
Reaching the half century, and there's still 51 points on the table.
$51. 58.
No.
58. Stephen Hendry.
I say, tragedy. 25 points the difference. 43 points left.
One.
Just a little too far, but expect Jimmy to put this away. No problem.
7.
But he's now into no man's land. Stephen looking at the table. He might get back there yet.
Yes, if Jimmy can't get through to take the green to the corner, I'm sure we'll see him dribble in behind the blue for a snooker. That's what he's going to do.
7. Jimmy White.
Being so close to the blue, it makes it difficult for Stephen to only use one side cushion. He'd have to play with a lot of side spin applied to the cue ball, whichever cushion he goes to. He's in trouble here again.
Well, he's calling for the spider, the spellbound audience there, wondering what he's really going to do. Up to this top cushion. It appears across to that side cushion and then down for the yellow.
For Jimmy White.
Now there's 14 points the difference.
Jimmy could take the yellow to the far left corner, but gaining position on the green's not going to be easy. That was the best way to go about it to get to the green, but that yellow's a difficult ball to pot into half a pocket opening.
Now he badly needs one of his long putts. It just shows the confidence of Stephen.
Looks like a snooker.
Oh, he can get through there, Eddie.
Yes, that picture shows that he can. Is he taking this on?
Two.
And that was a Stephen Hendry special. Can he do the same with the green?
Five.
Well, that's gone awkward for him. He needs the brown. Frustrating.
It is cuttable to the left corner, this brown, and I'm sure Stephen will take it on. Not fine enough.
Five. Stephen Hendry.
And it's in a potable position for Jimmy.
So Jimmy White needs these 4 colours.
Nine.
2 colours then, and Stephen can't bear to look. The black
15.
for a 4-frame lead. The first 4 frames of this 17-frame semi-final. Jimmy White takes the advantage and leads 4 frames to 0.
So a terrific start for Jimmy White, and the defending champion not having such a good day at all. Well, now we're going to drop in on the other table, the other semi-final going on. John?
Reasonably difficult shot for Stephen here. He has to position onto the pink if he can make this red. And it was just that little bit difficult with the rest. He's just not quite accurate enough. Jimmy has one red, almost a straight pot to the far corner. Took it in the middle. Made it look easier than it looked. And he has ideal position again.
Six. Ladies and gentlemen, would you mind trying to keep it quiet? There is another match actually.
Yes, just a slight delay, and I think Jimmy White actually asked the referee then if we could have a little more hush. And rightly so, but then again, the audience at times, they do get carried away, and, well, why shouldn't they?
Seven. Thirteen. 14. 20. 21. 27.
Well, Stephen must be feeling a little disturbed.
28.
And how long Jimmy White can keep playing with this degree of accuracy, well, who knows? But my word, he's really buzzing today. And what a delight it is to watch.
Three. 34.
Absolutely perfect on the blue.
Yes, I don't think there's many better players in the game than Jimmy using that rest. He's so consistent.
39. 40. 45. 46.
Well, he was a little stretched over the yellow there, and whilst it was a terrific pot, not quite the position he wanted.
Round. 50.
So that means that Stephen now requires snookers. And Stephen trying hard to keep his concentration.
$57. $57, Jimmy White.
So the frame goes to Jimmy White. He leads 5 frames to 0.
The way they're running for Stephen, he's just that little bit too hard to have good position. Brown is potable, but a difficult shot, and it could be missed. So he's playing for a snooker.
1, Stephen Hendry.
Well, would you believe that? Well, Stephen's certainly having a bad trot, and he hasn't had a great deal of the run, and well, he's just got to battle his way through it if he can. And this is the tough part of the game.
Six. Seven. $14. 15. $22.
Not quite as full on the pack as he would have liked. And just look at that. Well, when they're running for you, they're running for you.
may have an angle on the yellow to get back to the reds. If he has, he'll take it on. Just 6 inches short of being ideal position, but he can use the pink to go back for the blue.
4.
In fact, he may now take the pink. Now he's in prime position. So every chance of
10.
getting a frame-winning score
11.
from this position. Cannon onto the pink here would spread the reds, but I don't think he spread them enough.
18. Well, 18, Jimmy White. 4, Stephen Hendry.
Once again, Stephen has problems despite the foul from Jimmy and the cue ball being able to place it anywhere in hand. Could have taken the red to the right corner, but the pink nor black will pass the red that he's now taking, so he's got to move that ball. Just a little problem all the time.
Yes, Ed, it can be such a cruel game, and well, basically Stephen hasn't done a great deal wrong, but as well as Jimmy has played, and it's not taking anything away from him, but the balls are going his way, and he's such a good player that he's taking advantage of it. But this boy, he'll battle it out. He's not down yet.
Well.
That's another excellent pot. And the confidence that he's playing with to take on a pot like that. And he was going to leave them had he missed it, but he just doesn't see a way of missing them.
6.
Even when he hits them wrong, they go in.
He just looked at his shoe then, and I think that shot just about says it all.
Pink. Well. 13. $19. 20.
Well, this pink will have Stephen wanting snookers again. So in goes the pink.
26.
And no mercy.
26, Jimmy White.
So Hendry needing a snooker to win that frame. He chased that snooker for some 15 minutes but failed to get that. So White took his 6th frame in a row, and we join it at the top of frame 7.
Well, a chance for Stephen here. If the red goes to the right corner, he's immediately onto the black ball.
1.
Short of pace there. Laying a cannon off the back of the pack to steer through for the black. Made it nicely.
$16. $22. $23.
There's the choice of several reds here. It'll take a bit of working out. They're clustered reasonably close together.
$28. $29. $36. $37.
The red in the
44.
centre of the cluster is on. Just nudging a couple of reds into the open. Well, intended to meet with a red to hold the white ball, and he's managed to slip through. There's a ball that Stephen is very good at potting, but can he do it today? Yes.
53.
Looking better here.
$56. 57. $64. 65.
And that sounded like a nasty contact, but Stephen going very nicely here. So now that puts Jimmy in trouble.
72.
So Jimmy requiring snookers, and some of the torment perhaps will be leaving Stephen as he goes on here. Oh, and that's a lovely shot.
80. 81.
If Stephen can go on and
88.
make a century break by clearing the balls, it'll do him a whole power of good.
89.
He's been held out with some excellent play from Jimmy White and some
96.
rough running, but he's got
97.
a good chance now to put his first frame on the board and make a 100 break while he's doing it.
Well, nice round of applause there for Stephen, and that perhaps will encourage him as well.
$110. 112.
So not only are we seeing the magic of Jimmy White, but we're seeing some of the magic of Stephen Hendry. And, well, what an ingredient we have here. If we could find one player from these two, they have everything the game requires between them.
$124. 130.
That's more like it for Hendry. 130 break, his second century during the televised stages of the championship. As you can see, Martin Clark still holds the highest break so far with 142. That was against Hendry. So a first frame at last for Hendry as we join their final frame of the afternoon with White ahead 6-1, and it's his break.
Final frame afternoon session. Jimmy White 3.
Well, took a little bit of a risk there. There was a red on, but I think he was perhaps hoping to improve on the situation, but, well, he hasn't, so it's back to ball.
6. Stephen Hendry.
chance for Stephen. He can get onto the black from this shot. He can make the red.
1.
Couldn't move the cue ball very far because it was a straight pot.
One.
Well, that's one he didn't want to miss. He's let Jimmy in again.
One. Eight.
A little bit disturbed about that last one.
9. $16. 17.
You know, Eddie, that red he's potted there, he makes that look so easy, and yet it's a very difficult shot the way he plays it.
Yes, he plays it with a lot of drag, low to the wide ball, and just eases his cue through the ball and gets the desired result.
25.
Jimmy's playing excellent snooker in this match.
$32. 33.
May be able to get the cue ball into the reds now if the contact on the black is not too thin. If he can't reach the pack, he has a red waiting up by the green he can position onto. They have one to the left middle pocket. It would appear to be his only chance of potting a ball. Well, it can't be on. He's decided against taking it. Jimmy could double this red and still get on the black. Most players would play safe from this position. What will Jimmy do? He'll try the double. Safety should he miss. He didn't miss. So he's still in control. Having taken the double on, he's committed to take the black on and split the reds open.
$48. 49.
Yes, and that last shot could prove to be the big one. 42 points ahead.
56. 57. 58. 64.
And Stephen must be feeling that this is another frame that's got away.
Yes, and Jimmy demonstrated a drop in concentration there. He went right by the reds, adjacent to the pink.
64, Jimmy White.
Yes, he's left nothing. Stephen could edge past this brown. He may be able to make the red to the corner. A little swerve. No, he had to get out of a snooker. And his latest snooker off a snooker, so there's nothing wrong with that shot.
Well, he's got to be careful here. There's still 67 points on the table, so still a chance for Stephen. Oh, and that's a good shot. That is such a good shot.
Jimmy going to attempt the plant shot here. No, he went for the long loose one. And there's nothing wrong with the way that the shot turned out.
Well, the black is there, but very difficult cueing. But who knows what this chap can do today. Yes, and that surely means that the frame's going his way again.
8.
Snooker's required.
Nine.
Well, this has certainly been quite a remarkable session, and Stephen says, enough of that, Jimmy, you're playing too well, and very sportingly concedes the frame, and he ends the session by trailing 1 frame to 7.
Try and be as quiet as possible.
Well, Jimmy White couldn't have hoped for a better start, could he? So now
T.S. Eliot book for you and one for Robert. Remembering the 2 stars on the western horizon he indicated for me.
The images of people that
Official day's play in the UK Snooker Championship as the 4 remaining contenders vie for a place in tomorrow's final, introduced by David Vine.
It is Friday, but it's not the 13th. Stephen Hendry must have thought it was this afternoon as he attempted to hold on to Jimmy White.
Well, 4.
A little bit disturbed about that last one.
No.
He's let Jimmy in again.
Jimmy White at his best, an astonishing 7-1 lead at the halfway mark. And what a contrast in the other semi-final. The young and quiet visitor from Bangkok, James Watanabe, versus the world champion from Liverpool, John Parrott, the only man who took his eyes off it all as it went to 4-all. Good evening. We've had a big afternoon of snooker here at Preston Guildhall in the United Kingdom Championship. I can promise you a fascinating evening. Both semi-finals to a finish. Here are the facts. Stephen Hendry, twice the champion, won 7 down to Jimmy White, who's never won it. Remember, it's 17 frames, the first to 9 makes the final. And John Parrott, the champion of the world, locked at 4-all against James Watanabe. We begin tonight with Hendry versus White. As I said, the best of 17, so Jimmy White needs 2 out of the possible 9 frames tonight. And Stephen Hendry, well, he needs 8 of them, and here it is. Frame 9, the start of the evening. It's Stephen Hendry to break, needing to climb a mountain.
Jimmy can get the cue ball around the back of the black. Back to the balk end, he'll have a go at this red. And he missed it. He's left a chance for Stephen.
One. Eight.
Obviously
9.
vital that Stephen Hendry, if he's going to have any chance of getting back into this match, has got to make a very good start.
$16. 17. 24. 25.
1 red to the right of the pack of reds.
32.
Will go to the middle. Well, he didn't have a deal of luck
40.
this afternoon, and he's not had
much luck there. Didn't quite get into the pack with as full a contact as he would have liked. But nevertheless, it's a pretty good start. I think he'll be playing safe here.
Forty. One.
Well, Stephen chancing his arm a little as regard the positional side of that stroke. Taking the black to the middle, but well, considering it. But hasn't got many frames to play with, so he's got to be ultra careful.
A good shot because he knew he was going to leave them had he missed it. So
Nine.
He's determined to win this opening frame.
$15. $16. $21. 22.
Absolutely inch perfect, and he needs this red to keep Jimmy at the snooker's required stage.
30. 47.
So that's just the kind of start that the young Scot required.
But he didn't enjoy the next 9 minutes. He sat in his chair, he watched Jimmy White knock in breaks of 32 and 73. White leading 8 frames to 2. The mountain for Hendry to climb has got higher. Next frame, it's 11. No score yet, Hendry in play.
Black's available to both top corner pockets now, so whoever gets the first red. And now it's Jimmy. Oh, and look at the kiss on the red. Would have had Jimmy nicely on the blue, but the same red cut the blue off, so he has to take the yellow.
I think he must be feeling resigned to his fate this evening.
Four. Seven. Eight.
Slightly short of ideal position on the black. Yes, has his choice of several reds.
15. 16.
Now the way the
23.
reds are spread and with blue, pink, black all open, Jimmy's in a very strong position here.
24.
It was a good shot, a stun run through. He has to have a perfect angle on the blue to get back to the reds.
$29. 30. $56. 57.
You would certainly say that only a lapse of concentration now by Jimmy can possibly stop him.
43.
That was played a bit quickly.
$48. 49.
So Stephen cannot just sit there and suppose hope that Jimmy's going to break down. This could be a chance if it doesn't go in.
55.
But I don't think this young man is going to be denied his glory tonight, Eddie.
No, I'm beginning to think he's going to go out with a century break, Ray.
$62.
The way the balls are positioned and the way Jimmy is cueing at the present time, I think he's going to clear them away.
$70. 71.
Tried to move the red by the middle pocket over the middle pocket and just managed to miss it.
78.
He's got to disturb them now because there's two of them together.
Disturbed them, Eddie, and I think he's going to entertain the crowd here with one red off the other red. And he's not really worried now quite what happens. He's done his job so well today. He scored so strongly throughout this match. Never given Stephen Hendry any kind of chance, and a very, very worthy winner, Jimmy White, into the final. 9 frames to 2.
What a performance and what a great snooker story. So who does